Anyway, it's Christmas, as you know, which is, that means we're all arguing about unnecessary things, as you can probably imagine. I'm actually pretty convinced that holidays were set up as a social experiment just to see how stupid our arguments could be with one another. And maybe you're here and you're like, oh, we don't argue. It's like, okay. Every time you go pick out a Christmas tree, I'm sure there's a few arguments. You know, what size are we going to get, what type, what's the angle going to look like of the tree when we cut it down, what type of ornaments are we going to put on. But let's just pause and take a step back for a second, okay? You're going into a field with your family with a saw that you probably haven't touched in about 365 days. You're going to find a tree that's in its natural habitat. Like, this is where it wants to be. It's very comfortable. You're going to cut it down. Then you're going to throw this tree into your car, which was never meant to carry a pine tree, by the way. And you're going to drive this tree home to your house. You're going to drag it to your front door. That front door was put there to keep things like trees out, okay? But we're going to put it in, and we're going to put it in a stand. We're just going to stare at it for about 3 weeks. I think we're losing, okay? And maybe for you guys, it's not trees, but I'm sure it's family pictures around Christmas time. It's like, what are the kids going to wear? Like, are we going to wear PJs from last year? Are we going to get new ones? Is it going to be a whole family thing? Should we have ugly sweaters? Like, what mall are we going to meet Santa at? Like, where are we going to do this thing? And then you get to the mall, and now you're waiting in this line. The kids are annoyed. Now you guys are fighting. Like, the whole thing is just a mess. Now, here's the deal. I don't even let my kids look at the front door without the fear that a stranger's going to take them. But every Christmas, for some reason, it's like, here, Santa, you can hold him for a few minutes. I want a picture, and then I can print it out and put it on my wall. Like, the whole thing doesn't make any sense. So that's Christmas. But hey, speaking of kids, like, who has kids in here? It's always the parents who've just had their kids. They're like, oh, me, for sure. And there's actually a few parents of 4-year-olds just ran out the back door because they're a little nervous about what's about to come up. But you'll get it when you get there. But our kids are so advanced these days, aren't they? I mean, they are geniuses. I mean, the amount that we go through, we treat preschool right now like it's a med student's match day for residency. It's like you're walking in there for your unscheduled, mind you, your unscheduled parent-teacher conference with the kid's daycare worker who's only making $15 an hour, but you're coming in with your husband, you slap the binder on the table because you got your questions. And you start rattling them off. Are there any STEM toys in this classroom? Are there STEM toys? Are we going to have any gluten-free food? My child is gluten intolerant. The worker's like, well, are they allergic to gluten? No. They're just intolerant. Okay. But hey, listen. They're advanced. I get it. They're geniuses. So we'll pay for the Montessori schools. We'll pay for the art classes, the music classes. We're taking out second mortgages to pay for the Williams-Sonoma baking classes. And there's always that one day where your 3-year-old, you're going to walk down to take them out of their room in the morning. They've already got their diaper off. They're wiping their diaper all over the walls, wondering when snack time starts. But this is what we've decided to do. Now, here's the deal. Like, I'm a father of 2 children, okay? Because when I go through torture, I voluntarily choose it again. And so here's how, but I'm a good husband. So the delivery's about to go down. So I drive my wife to the hospital. This is amazing. I put my favorite sweatsuit on because it was like a Sunday morning. I'm going to skip church. Felt a little rebellious, but I liked it. So put my favorite sweatsuit on, and we get into the hospital room. It's like a little resort spa, you know. So I sit down in the comfy seat. I turn on the pregame football, which I haven't seen in years. And so I'm watching. I'm enjoying myself, texting the boys. They're bringing me Chipotle. I'm getting Starbucks. Like, I'm literally living the dream. And then at around like 4 p.m., everything started to change. All of a sudden, like, it wasn't cool to have Chipotle in the room anymore. Like, Starbucks was off the table. I brought a friend in the middle of one of my wife's contractions. You would have thought the devil walked into the room. And like, I'm thinking like, okay. And then the doctor walks in. Now remember, I'm wearing my favorite sweatsuit. Doctor walks in with a hospital garb, head to toe. She's wearing a welder's mask. And now I'm starting to panic. I am freaking out. I'm like, well, I'm looking at my clothes like I'm never going to see you again. Like, what is about to go? They didn't show this in the videos. I have no idea. So the doctor gets ready. She's like, Josh, grab a leg. I'm like, doctor, I don't even know this woman. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy Heart and Soul tonight. Please welcome our Chi-Li campus pastor, Jason.